From the Chris Williams portfolio of blogs, this is youtube.com/MrChrisOf2004 in association with the Kansas Stuck on You eBid shop.
Hello, I'm Chris Williams. Welcome to my video blog for Wednesday, the 1st of December 2010. Either someone smashed my window or it's exceptionally cold. I think we're going to have snow tonight, and of course, we're on the run up to Christmas, so quite quick, I've got the little snowman in the corner of my screen there. So yes, a very quick video blog today. Iran today held its 146th execution this year, and Amnesty International say that like all the previous 145 people to be executed, today's one did not have a fair trial. She was apparently coerced to plead guilty, then she tried to withdraw her guilty plea when she had a solicitor from the Western world come to assist her. So, very briefly I talk about the death penalty around the world. Here in the United Kingdom, we controversially don't have the death penalty. We've had it for around about 50 years now, and some say that this has meant that there's been an increase in murders, because you commit murder these days in Britain, and you just go to jail. In the old days, knowing that you'll be executed for committing murder, you don't commit murder as a result. Because lots of very bad criminals over the years, where some people have said, they're so evil, they should have the death penalty brought back for them, that sort of thing. In Iran, we've got a completely different situation where it appears that people are executed after being convicted of crimes where it is not definite that they committed the crime. So here in Britain, definitive proof that crime has been committed, but the person keeps their life. In Iran, dubious evidence, but the person gets executed anyway. Of course, America, they've got the death penalty, but they're more in line with what we have here in the Western world, because there are, of course, different policies for different states. Some states do the electric chair, but I understand that Amnesty International say that that is inhumane. So it's now in vogue for the majority of American executions to be done by lethal injection. But even then, there's the argument as to whether some people should be sentenced to death or not, because they might have extenuating circumstances like a mental condition and that sort of thing. Because death row, both in Iran and America, is a very long process. This lady in Iran who's executed today, she's apparently been on death row for 8 years. Because in America, you often hear about people have been on death row for in excess of 20 years, and they use that time on death row to try and appeal against their conviction. They express regret. They turn to God. They try to show their reformed character, but you still have the state governor saying, "I'm not convinced. I sentence them to death. May God have mercy on their soul." That sort of thing. So, of course, China earlier this year, they executed the first European for over 50 years, and he also had apparently a mental age. He was from Britain, as you may remember. Of course, that's caused a lot of controversy. There was a campaign to try and get him extradited back to Britain so he could serve his punishment under the British system, because China claimed that they had no evidence that he had a mental age. So British solicitors saying one thing, Chinese law system ignoring what the British solicitors are saying. So it's all to do with when you're abroad in a different culture, you've got to abide by the rules and regulations, and it's a bit cheeky for your home-based solicitors to go to that foreign country and try and apply your home-based law onto the law of the foreign country that you are in. Of course, I don't think that the foreign country should be forced into changing their system just to please what is satisfactory to the international visitor who has been accused of the crime. I know Louise Woodward, the British nanny, who was accused of second-degree manslaughter, second-degree murder actually, in America. Pressure from Britain for America to release her. In the end, it was downgraded to manslaughter. The American family wasn't happy about that. She was allowed home from America to Britain to get on with her life. It was outrage in America because the diplomacy meant that the Americans thought that she was getting away with what she'd done. Because here in Britain, we think that a different person done it, but America, of course, they think that the British person definitely did do the kind of, to hell with them being British, they're a murderer, the Americans said at the time. So, different policies all the way around the world. Some nations have the death penalty, other nations don't have the death penalty, and then those who do have the death penalty are often criticised by Amnesty International for the fairness with which they apply the death penalty. Some only use it as a method of last resort, whereas others like to use it for all sorts of crime. And of course, that's been quite controversial, as has been mentioned in this news headline about on the internet, which I just told you about. So the 146th execution in Iran this year, and I understand that it's only China who do more executions than them on a yearly basis, because that's something that the international community and groups like Amnesty International continue to campaign against, but I don't think they're going to be taken any notice of, because who are Amnesty International? At the end of the day, they're not a government to me, they're not an army, they're just a protest group. So I think that this will be continuing. Okay, that's all for today's video blog. I think it's going to be snowing tonight. I'm feeling rather cold. I should put my gloves on even though I'm indoors. Until next time, it's bye for now. Bye bye.